Alright, welcome back. It's round 2 of Pool A play in the Commander Solo tournament. I am Morgan Westcliff, your host. I'm coming at you from Shoreline, Washington. I have already skipped through the find a reasonable hand to play with / mulligan phase. Nobody had egregious mulligans this round. Also, based on the fact that Omnath went first last time and Kinnan won, and we're all playing the same decks, I have opted for multi-typal, the Tana, the Bloodsower, Silas Wren, Seeker Adept deck to go first. Continuing in this manner, Athreos will most likely go first next game. Maybe not if they win. We'll see what happens. Drawing for turn. And I will play that sweet homemade Underground Sea. No first turn play. Pass to Athreos. Athreos draws for turn and plays a Myriad Landscape tapped. Moving on. We have Kinnenbonder Prodigy drawing for turn. That's a lot to ask. I'm going to play this forest. Comes in untapped. Pass turn. Dice Dragon says hello. Omnath. Turn 1 draw. Very interesting options here. Omnath's turn 1 will be to play this Mountain Valley. No, that seems silly actually. They're not going to do that. It's really only useful if Omnath's on the board, which we might get there anyway. Okay. They're going to play this Volatile Fjord. I know that's not how you actually say it. It comes into play tapped. It is a snowy land. It's a volcanic island. It's a save $600 or so, depending on which kind you're looking to get. Volcanic island. I might buy one. We'll see. Hey, the turn tracker die for this match, if you can see that, the lighting is not great for that, I guess. We're moving it to 2. This is the Modern Horizons 2 spin down, and we're moving it to turn 2. Draw for turn, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, got that draw. I'm going to play the Mossfire Valley. I'm going to tap an Underground Sea and plug it into that Mossfire Valley to generate Rule, or red-green colors. And with that, I'm going to cast this snazzy time-shifted evolutionary leap. Alright. That's my second turn. I have to say, this game would move faster if my opponents wouldn't keep getting up from their seat. Alright, turn 2, we have a Mistvale Plains, comes into play tapped. Also, doesn't do much yet, like, it's just a regular Plains, basically, until I actually have stuff moving along with that deck past turn. Alright, draw for turn. Hopefully that background hum isn't crazy. It's gotten warm here, not crazy hot or anything, but I ran our window AC for a little while to cool things down, and now I have the fan from that unit going to keep things cool. Alright, I'm going to play this island here, and then I'm going to tap 2, and you might think I'm playing my commander, but I'm not. It's too soon. I'm bringing out the that one spell that lets you draw and play a land, Growth Spiral. My Japanese is a little rusty. So I drew, and then I will play this land. It's a forest. Nice little rampage. Not rampage. They're very different. I would love to hear an explanation of how they're different from somebody in the comments, maybe. Draw for turn 2, and I will play this Rogran Triome. Yeah, we're gonna need something more to get to the Omnath. So you know what? I am gonna. Dang, that's too bad. I'm gonna play the Mountain Valley. It comes in tapped. It's one of the jank fetch lands, but you know, in a landfall deck, you don't necessarily need to use the land when you play it and all that kind of stuff. It loses its effect this way somewhat, but I will still get to fetch a land with it next turn. And here we go. Sorry, I had to get up for a second. Turn 3. Draw for turn. Again, this is the multi-typal deck over here. You can identify it with the Oko sleeves. Oko's not in the deck, I don't think. I just like the sleeves. I'm pretty sure I don't have any Okos in any decks. I think I only have like the one that's the worst Oko anyway. Here's an island. Put that into play. That doesn't work. I need that for that. Okay. Need that for that. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, or 1, 2. Yeah. I can't actually cast my commander. Certainly not my other commander. So I hope I get another land soon, or a ramp spell, or yeah. Not the best. I'm passing. This could really demonstrate the weakness of this deck, and it could. I mean, I don't want to talk too much shit. I think I was misseeded. This is Athreos over here, God of Passage. Bolts from the Bin is my deck name. I had a better game round 1 and I mean, it's early, but they're already talking about being concerned about getting a land drop, whereas I'm over here playing a land and sacrificing with its ability, tapping my other 2 lands, going to get 2 planes. No need to hang out and watch me do that. Pass turn. Alright. Why don't we go ahead and just quickly establish that those were 2 planes fetched into the battlefield tapped. Basic planes. Alright. Drawing for turn over here. Turn 3. I am going to put down this forest. And I'm going to tap all 4 of my lands and cast Abundance. Just want to verify that there's no response to that from anybody that could potentially do something. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure this person doesn't have... Oh, wait a minute now. Tap, tap, tap. There is, in fact, shenanigans afoot. The multi-typal deck is interceding And we have our first counterspell of this game. We had a counterspell last game, but it had a conditional, and the conditional was passed on, or paid, by the caster of the initial spell. So it went through. This time, Ionize doesn't have any conditions. It actually counters it and hits you for one. So this pays for these two, which gives you a red-green, and then this gives you a blue, providing the mana for it. Boom goes the Ionize, and womp 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 goes the Abundance. Alright, this is the first true adversity faced by the one seed. Me. Dang. That's annoying. I take 2 damage. Bop, bop. And Abundance fizzles psst, into the graveyard, along with the Japanese growth spiral. Well, that's an end of turn 3 for me. Pass. Alright, friends. I think we might have them on the ropes. Let's see what we can do here. Omnath checking in for turn 3. Drawing. That's decent. I didn't say that out loud. Did I say it? I did say that out loud. Playing the Rogran Triome. Comes into play tapped, but that's okay. I am going to also tap for 1 with the Volatile Fjord and play an Expedition map. Oh yeah. Did I show you the Rogran Triome? Rogran Triome comes into play tapped. Expedition map does not come into play tapped. I don't have 2 mana to do anything with it yet. But I am going to, boom, crack the Mountain Valley and go looking for a mountain or forest. Mountain or forest. I need a forest. I need a forest. Okay. You don't have to watch that. Pass turn. Alright, we're back. Omnath fetched the Jetmir's Garden. And we are now at turn 4. Multi-type will draws a card. And curses. Tapping the 3 mana I can generate and casting Rhystic Study. Lands come to me. Pass turn. This is not great. This deck has some really strong cards in it, but it needs editing. I think it needs editing. Okay. Drawing for turn over here. Athreos. God of Passage. Nothing on the board but lands. Not crazy behind everybody else. Haven't had anything counterspelled anyway. Haven't taken any damage yet. Okay. So we're gonna play a swamp. Pretty well diversified mana wise. And then I think what we'll do here is cast for 3 a Scrap Trawler and sorry, gotta use one of these for that, and then this and that for Zulaport Cutthroat. Oh yeah, here, Scrap Trawler and Zulaport Cutthroat. Don't kill my stuff. And now for the shebang, a Tormod's Crypt. So what's fun about that is, if you kill my Scrap Trawler, I will remove your graveyard, which you all have at least something. So don't make me do it. Alright, pass turn. Can't attack with that yet. You know, summoning sickness and whatnot. almost like transporting from table seat to table seat. Thankfully, I don't get summoning sickness from doing that. It's annoying though, but I do it for you. Okay. We are gonna do the Mosswort Bridge. Comes into play tapped. Hideaway. I should show you. Mosswort Bridge really is that. I look at the top four. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. I exile one face down. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Okay, one face down. I can cast it without paying its mana cost if creatures I control have total power 10 or greater. Okay, so we put this card underneath, tuck it in under there. I know what it is. Those folks don't get to know. And I guess neither do you, for now. And then these go on the bottom, and it doesn't say, so I can choose the order. So we'll do it like this. Ugh. That was kind of a rough draw on that. Like, that is the risk of a card like that, you know. It doesn't have to give you what you want. And I would say it did not this time. It did not this time. Yeah. Okay. Anything I'm gonna cast? I think no spells. I think no spells. Yeah. Pass turn. I'm going to do a quick pause so that I can plug this baby in and not have to recharge a battery to get footage. Well, never mind that. The cord is super short and it would definitely not reach. So here we are, rolling ahead. Omnath taking turn 4. We're going to put this mountain into play. Ah, yes. We missed some Mystic Study triggers. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, so 1, 2, 3 over there. 1 draw, 2 draw, 3 draw. Okay, I have not cast a spell. I am going to... I'm going to do something for the board. Just recognize this is helping... Well, shoot, I actually don't know. Is it worth it? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait off on that. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna work on myself. Here we go. Tapping 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will bring out Parcel Beast. Parcel Beast. I feel like this card is underplayed. Of course, I mostly play with myself. Alright, moving on to this deck. Oh, and of course, you know, Omnath doesn't pay the 1. How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm actually... gonna skip drawing that card. Because I don't have anything that prevents me from discarding, and I don't want to necessarily lose my cards here. I'll be drawing for turn 5, bing, and oof, thank goodness, playing a land comes into play tapped, which is annoying still. Oh, sorry, I should show you. It's a Woodland Chasm. Much like my friend's Volatile Fjord over there, this is a really cheap bayou. It comes into play tapped. It's snow. aside from that, it's a value, and it's really cheap. It's a way to save a couple $100 if you need a Bayou, but you don't have a couple $100. And of course, you can always just proxy them. I played in the 90s, and that was really frowned upon back then, and I'm thinking about it in different ways these days. I'm not like saying you should proxy things necessarily, but I'm not going to hate on you if you're doing it. I make proxies of cards that I own so that I can play them in multiple decks if I only have one copy. It is my goal to own one of each dual land again so that all the decks I want can have a copy of them without feeling too shady. Personally, it's a personal thing. I don't think you're shady if you proxy. I will say though, if you're out there proxying super expensive cards just to create like a crazy hard to beat combo, that feels a little lame in the spirit of what Commander is about. Personal, my playgroup that I have a say about at all, I prefer that you proxy things you own, and we're not necessarily playing CEDH, although we do have like some CEDH combo potential. It's close, some of the decks. Certainly, the one that won last game on turn 5 going infinite, I feel like it's close to CEDH. Probably just needs a handful of cards taken out for counter spells. Okay. So that's my land for turn, and my rant for a minute, I think. We're going to go tapping my island to activate the Mossfire Valley, giving me a red and a green. I will use the green to cast Utopia Mycon. Utopia Mycon is a fungus. Probably doesn't smell great. And at the beginning of my upkeep, I get to put a spore counter on it, and at any point in time I can remove 3 spore counters from it to make a 1/1 Saproling, and also at any time I can sacrifice a Saproling to add a mana of any color. And I currently have a red mana floating in my pool, which I will use along with tapping my Underground Sea for a black to cast a Jury, Master of the Review. And I do have some combo pieces assembled now for sure. I really just need to get some Saprolings going. I need something that, like, when it dies, it makes me another thing. But I'm not that far. Yeah. Cool. Manas. I need the more manas. Thank you, Ristic Buddy. No, just kidding. That's that other card, Ristic Study. Okay, here we go. Passing turn. Yeah, passing turn. Nothing else to play here. Move along. Alright. Boy, it feels like a while since I got to do anything. Turn 5, huh? You've got a hidden away thing, you've got land fetchers. Multi-typle's actually kind of blowing up this game, which, you know, you like to see the guy that did the worst last game do something, but I'm a little nervous about all of that firepower going on. I will play a Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 1, 2, 3, and bring in my commander. Any reactions or responses? You've got a lot of mana over there. You got anything to do with it, though? Not this time. Okay. Alright. Sounds good. So my commander's out, and then we're also going to go 1, 2, 3, and play a Desecrated Tomb. Oh yeah, I guess I should show my commander when it enters, just so that you get a reminder of like what it does and stuff. It makes things bounce back, or somebody takes 3 damage. And then the Desecrated Tomb that I just cast is an artifact that if a creature card, or multiple creature cards, leave my graveyard, I make a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying, which is great, obviously, with my commander, because unless you pay 3 life, something's going to come back if it dies, and yeah. So with that being the case, well, you don't have blocks, your blocks suck. I'm not going to swing it at you, I guess. You won last game, you need to die first. I'm going to attack you for 4. Kinnan, take 4. Alright. Did you already? Oh yeah, you took 2 from that. Okay, yeah. Taking 4, going to 34. Kinnan, a little bit on the ropes compared to last game at this point. Certainly not about to pop off infinite, at least not as far as we know. And then I will pass turn. Alrighty, you're passing turn, well, great. I will untap. I will draw. It's not a bad card to get. Boop. Boop. Finally get a creature on the board. Kiora's Follower. It allows me to tap it to untap another thingy. If you didn't already notice, last round this deck wants to tap and untap, 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 tap and untap. Mostly mana sources to generate infinite mana, and then either tap and untap, tap and untap, tap and untap, tap and untap the Staff of Domination, or just rifle through the deck with the commander pulling lots of sweet creatures out onto the board. Okay, so there's that, and there's that, and I am passing my turn then, because can't tap that yet. 3 green, can't play my commander, could really use some more blue mana. Hint, hint, universe. Okay. Moving on to me then, I guess. Omnath, turn 5, draw. Ooh, that's a decent draw. Okay. Omnath, red, blue, green, white. Omnath, entering the B. Battlefield. Yeah, okay. No responses. Omnath enters, I draw a card. Kerchow. Interesting, interesting. I think that's probably how we want to do things. We will play the Needle Spires. It enters tapped, like so many lands I've played this game, which, you know, could be worse, could be better. Maybe I should have gambled with the Parcel Beast. Ooh. Dang. Well, we're going to play that smarter next time. We gain 4 life, though. 4 life is nice. Going to 44. We have a 4/4. We have a blocker. Moving on. Passing turn. Turn 6 starts now. Oh, right. Checking Rhystic Study triggers going around the board since my last turn. You could not pay... What did you cast? You cast 2 things. Your commander and the Desecrated Tomb. You didn't pay for either one. I can draw 2 cards off of you. I will draw 1 first. And I will draw a second one. Okay, this guy over here had mana to pay the 1. Omnath did not pay the 1 for casting Omnath. What do you do about that? Do you draw? Yes. Okay, and now it's actually my turn. Drawing for turn. Boom. Alright. I have a command tower. Full art. Not the foil one. I believe my full art foil one is in my dragon deck because, 5 colors and sweet. Alright. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cards in hand. Oh, I forgot to put a little bloop bloop on my fungi. Bloop bloop. Yeah, this is the only way to make that make sense. We'll go for a blue here and a black here. And we will also cast a Zulaport Cutthroat. Ching ching. And then we will tap 1, 2, 3 over here, including a blue from either of these, whichever one isn't used for the blue activates that. Talking about these lands over here. Ding, 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 ding. Makes 3. One of it's blue. Okay. For that, we cast Endless Evil. And we're going to put that on that Zulaport Cutthroat. So, at the beginning of my upkeep, I create a token copy of Zulaport Cutthroat. Except it's 1/1. If it's a horror, when it dies, which it's not, the Endless Evil will go back to my hand. So it doesn't matter, it's not going to go back to my hand, but it's kind of nice. I'm going to keep making copies of that, and ping, 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 eventually when I get a sack outlet. Oh wait, I haven't. I just need to make more creatures. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, I will wave at bugs that you probably can't see on camera, and pass turn. Okay. That heuristic study has become a problem. Your board state is ridiculous. Something's gotta give here. I'm gonna play Fetid Heath. It's a filtered dual landy thing. You know what it is. I showed it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Dang, I'm just gonna give you more cards too. I don't have a lot of choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, including a black for a Tormod the Desecrator. I gotta get a sack outlet. And then 1, make it 2 black, and a 3rd card here for a Bastion of Remembrance. More stuff about if it dies, it hurts you and whatnot. Oh, and in between last round and this round, I did go find my human soldier tokens, so boom, it ETBs, I get that. Also, I don't think... I guess I only need 1. So I don't think anything else makes that. So this one can just get set aside. We'll put it on the shelf. I have several boxes of magic cards hanging out over here to toss things into in a pinch. There are a lot of decks over there, and then some of it are like cards that I like and I think should maybe be in a deck, but I don't know which deck yet, and gotta work on that. Constantly fiddling. Okay, gonna attack some fools. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devotion only. So Athreos is not a creature. Scrap Trawler, I guess, could swing at... Scrap Trawler's going to swing at multi-typal over here with all these crazy cards on the board. So many enchantments. It's 3 damage if you take it, or you can, of course, block with one of your little puny creatures. They are going to choose to take that damage, and then that'll be my turn, and I will pass to Kinnan. Alright, so I take 3, going to 37 over here. Where did Kinnan go? I mean, they're out, they're around. I'm right here. Okay. Board state, getting to a situation where it's harder to find places to put the camera. Let's go. We're on turn 6. Last game I won on turn 5. I haven't won yet. Let's do something. Here we go. Drawing. Okay. We are gonna go tap, and cast my commander. Any responses? I don't... Y'all, oh, I'm not paying the 1. I'm not paying the 1, so you can draw for your Ristic Study. I don't have anything that I can do anything about anything with over here. Omnath player. Tap out a mana. This guy... Oh yeah, did you draw for those? Maybe 1. And hearing that, I'll draw 1 for that. I got nothing, no response. Okay. Well, then I have bad news for y'all. I'm gonna win again. Because I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 and cast a Basalt Monolith. Rag up, tag up, schmag up. That's an infinite mana combo with this Jablonski right here. That's all it takes. Boom, boom. So I will generate 100 million colorless mana by tapping and untapping this. And then I'll cast a Walking Ballista with, well, I did 100 million, so 50 million +1/+1 counters on it. Walking Ballista. This is a win con for the deck. I happened to top deck it. I had the Basalt Monolith already. I said, let's do something, and I fucking did it! That's craziness. If I had 1 more green mana, I could use Kior's Follower to untap Mosswork Bridge and activate it now, and then I'd have Staff of Domination on the board as well. And if I couldn't ping everybody by 1 with Walking Ballista as many times as I want, due to having infinite mana with Basalt Monolith and Kinnan, I could then use that infinite mana to instead draw my deck out just like I did last game. That's what's hiding under Mosswork Bridge. This deck is well tuned. Good luck to the rest of you in the field of 16 getting a win. I'm gonna say it now. If Kinnan is in the pod, you're gonna have a hard time getting a win. That was 3 decks who mostly just were generating board state. I had one of my spells countered. If you had countered any one of those spells, I had Fungal Rebirth in my hand. So any of the win con spells that I just played, if they had been countered, it would have just taken 1 more turn for me to get them back. Yeah. The 1 seed. Winning by infinite mana, infinite damage on turn 6. Let's check in with our other players who feel like they're at a CEDH tournament when they just signed up for Kitchen Table Magic. Here we go. Omnath over here has, you know, decent land on the board. What can you see? I need to be a more cognizant camera operator here. Okay, there we go. Omnath's board state. It's not awful for about to take turn 6, but it's not outstanding either. Now, there's an ample hand here with some removal and, you know, Eldrazi Monument, Ancient Green Warden. There's some beefy stuff coming. Some of it coming next turn, but just nothing compares to R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor. That just happened. Nothing compares to turn 5, turn 6, infinite. Not over here anyway. Nothing over here. Now, coming over here to who I would have said was in last place last game, but not this game. Not this game. Decent board state. They were about to generate a token which they could sacrifice to pull another creature to hand, which would cause some damage and life gain, and put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. And, you know, they were drawing extra. Ooh. Drawing Perforos. I mean, they're just a little bit of... They're just so close. Like, look at this. The Cleaver Scab, the Maskwood Nexus, this right here, and the Utopia Mycon. Like, it's really close to infinite. It's really close to infinite. Yeah. So, this one I think they were more like in second place. Potentially Athreos. Again, maybe in second. We'll check out Athreos' board state next. Here we go. Alright, so also looking to do auto reanimate shenanigans / generate tokens and sack them. Mortuary Mire in the hand. Nothing had been threatened yet really with death. I probably should have been more aggressive on attacks, maybe generate a little more life gain and stuff. On this next turn I would have drawn Tashar. So, you know, really close. Let's see, with Tashar and Scrap Trawler and Tormod's Crypt. Ding. Return to your hand, this goes back to your hand. If I had a sack outlet, I could get a lot done with just these 3 cards. But I need a sack outlet. Don't have one on the board yet. There are some in the deck. It was coming. Okay, so let's see. 40 life here. 37 there. 44 here. 34 here. Again, turn 6. Omnath didn't even get turn 6. They only played 5 turns. Turn 6. Infinite mana onto a walking ballista. 100 million tokens. Bye-bye. That's round 2. That's 2 victories for Kinnan. They are now 100% guaranteed moving on. And honestly, it's going to be difficult to figure out which deck to eliminate from this pod because nobody else has really done anything. It's the Kinnan show. Who knew Commander Solo would actually be the Kinnan show? I mean, I had some idea. I built it to be my best deck on purpose so that I would have a deck that could go infinite quickly so that if people got annoying, I could be like, well, if you really want to just play like that, we can do it. Here it is. This is annoying, right? Game's over. Did you do anything? But it is kind of fun still. Alright. I'm going to shuffle these suckers up and take a little mental break, and maybe I can handle playing round 3 today and getting it all done in one day. Pool A, round 1 and 2 complete. Maybe tell me in the comments which deck you think should be eliminated. If I get any of this uploaded and people actually comment on it before I finish filming the other pools, and then you can let me know which deck you want to see more of. Now you have one round left either way to see all these decks again. Here we go. Signing off for now. Commander Solo.